live. We were having some big time problems getting live on my internet connection is fine. I'm not sure what's happening. Anyway, if anyone is finding me and would like to give me a thumbs up or something, just to know I'm on my phone to see if this helps as opposed to being on the computer.
Oh no, it's only on your membership. You only opened it to the membership.
Oh, it didn't even give me an option. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to close this off.
Oh, no, wait. Don't close it off.
Wait. Don't close it off. What? I didn't select to just do it to the membership.
Join channel to get access perks. Oh, no, 5 are watching. You're good.
Is it everybody, though? Not just channel members?
I am not a channel member, and I see you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is not going as we planned at all. Thanks for sticking around. Hi, Amy. Hi, Susan. Okay, nothing like we literally ran upstairs, pulled things. Jenny probably just lost 5 pounds of sweat. Running things upstairs. I don't know what happened with our connection at all. So our internet seems to be working fine. Well, I need to close out this live because that's going to be confusing.
Okay, you have 21 watching.
Okay. Okay, we're going to talk about pattern fitting 101. If I can get all this to work, just on the...
A real life behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Real life.
We're in my husband's office. Wondering if the internet seems to be fine. I don't know what is happening with why it was not letting me go live. It looked like I was live on my end, but it was not. I don't know. Anyway, hello everyone. I'm going to be talking about Pattern Fitting 101, a little bit about why I created the class, what the class entails, as well as answering some questions here at the end too. So that is kind of what this whole evening tonight is all about. So thanks for hanging with us while we got this all figured out. It's very weird. All right, Pattern Fitting 101. Why did I create Pattern Fitting 101? When I started my sewing journey many years ago now, I was very fortunate, number one, because I've talked about her before, my sewing mentor that I apprenticed with her. She poured so much into me, and I've been very aware the entire time exactly how lucky I am to have had Joyce in my life in order to pour all of that knowledge into me. So if I made a garment that didn't fit right, I literally just had to go over to her house. She showed me what to do. All was well. And I do know that is a barrier for a lot of people. I know a lot of people enjoy sewing, but there's nothing more frustrating than when you go to all of the effort of making something, taking the time, putting the money in, and then it finishes. And maybe it's not just, maybe it's the style, and maybe it's just not something that you decide you like on yourself, but more times than not, it's just something is a little bit off with the fit. Maybe it could be something major is off with the fit. Whatever the case may be. But I have found that fitting was kind of a stumbling block for a lot of people that would then put people off from wanting to continue on with garment sewing, which breaks my heart because it's one of, I think, the best hobby in the world. And I want people to enjoy it as much as I do. And I want to try and get rid of those obstacles as much as possible. So that is from whence Pattern Fitting 101 was born, my desire to make fitting as easy as possible because it's really not that hard. It can become very overwhelming very quickly and seem like it is a lot harder than what it is. And I've got lots of tips and tricks for that. Overfitting can be a thing where we try to fix too much and then we make things worse. And that is why I designed the Pattern Fitting 101 course. So I want to talk a little bit about what the course entails. So the course itself is a little different than the other courses that we offer on the website, and that it is not evergreen, which means you can't just go on at any time and buy it, because as of right now, we have a live component that goes along with that class. So we only open the cart up for it twice a year right now. However, it is like the other classes in that there are recorded modules, there are workbooks and worksheets. There is an entire resource library inside the class that includes, how many alterations do we have in there approximately?
Almost, at least 40.
Jenny's a little over 40 different alterations. And what I mean by alterations are, after I've taught you all about how to identify fit and stuff in the class, if you've identified, okay, I think I do need a forward shoulder adjustment. Now, how do I do that to the pattern? The resource library includes both video of how you make that adjustment on your pattern, as well as PDFs that walk you through how to do that adjustment as well. So that's the resource library, is how to make all these alterations on your patterns. And we add to that. We've added to that a few times. And that's the other benefit. Once you've purchased the class, you own it for the life of the class. So access forever. And any updates. So if I update that resource library, even if you took the class when I very first offered it, you have access to all of that, as well as any updated videos that we do and that sort of thing. You have access to that for life of the class, which is very exciting. So the live components, and this is kind of why the class is like a 6-week class. There are 6 modules with inside this class. We open up a module one at a time each week on Monday. So March 3rd is when the class technically starts. And on March 3rd, you will get access to, actually there's technically 7 modules because there's a welcome module you would already have access to. But module 1 would become available on March 3rd. And then everybody kind of works through that at your own pace, that kind of thing. And then the following Monday, module 2 becomes available until eventually by the end of the class, you have access to all 6 modules. And then you've just got access to those. You can watch them as many times as you want, rewatch them. Again, any updates that are made, you've got access to that. But once all the modules have been released, then you have access to the entire class. But in addition to that, and I'll talk a little bit about what each of the modules are here in just a second. On top of that, we have a community, which is kind of Facebook-ish, but it's not Facebook. It is all inside the class, so it's very private. And this is a place where you can get together with the current students, post pictures and videos. I'm in there definitely 5 days a week, sometimes more than that, but multiple times a day to take a look at pictures and assess fit and help you decide, do I need a forward shoulder adjustment or do I need a high round back adjustment? Or, whatever the case may be. If you're a little bit stumped, I'm here to help figure all that out, as well as, again, feedback from all the other students as well. And it's just also just a really great place to just exchange ideas. Someone might have found a really beautiful fabric and, that kind of stuff, which is also a fun and unexpected component of the class that I noticed when we started doing this, which, yeah, a lot of fun. And in addition, so inside that community, I do a once a week live Q&A, and primarily, so that week's would be on that week's module. And then I go back and answer any other questions that you may be stumbling upon. So for the live Q&As, you can ask questions ahead of time and I answer them live in the Q&A, or you can watch it recorded. So either or. And then the recorded live you can watch it inside the community, and then I also upload it into the class. So you can watch that even after the community is closed. You can still go back and watch those live Q&As as well. So that is kind of the live component of the class and why we do it that way. I find that fitting can very easily get in your head, and it can become very demoralizing really quickly when you're like, I just can't get it. And being in a community setting such as this, and not just me giving feedback, but also the other students, it really, really helps. And I think a lot of people have been very surprised with how close they were to having, not perfect. We are not going for perfect, never perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. We're going for a really great fit, and have some just really small tweaks create a really, really great fit. So, and a lot of that starts with just picking the correct size. So let me talk about the modules just real quick, and then I will start answering some questions. But module 1 is measurements. So we talk about how to take your measurements properly. We talk about picking a size, how to pick the size. There's a lot that happens in the community usually on, okay, here are my measurements. I'm in between, a size, 14 and 16, or my bust is a 14, my hips are an 18, what should I do? A lot of those kind of questions. So we help decide what sizes that we think would be best for you if you're struggling with that. Also, another thing that I wanted to say a little bit about the class is while I do use a certain set of company of patterns because I'm fitting myself in the pre-recorded modules, and I'm fitting 3 different fit models as well. And I use a different pattern company for all 4 of us, but you don't have to use the pattern company. You can use the pattern companies that I use, but you don't have to. You can use any pattern company that you want. So if they're, if you want to use, Simplicity, or, you just really love itch to stitch patterns, whatever the case may be, you can use whatever pattern company that you would like. I do ask that you use the same pattern company for all 4 patterns, just because it makes it easy. You get to know their sloper really well. So that's kind of, it just makes it a little bit easier for the class and a little less that you have to go back and do. So anyway, I do recommend using the same pattern company. And then again, you can go through the class as many times as you want with different pattern companies. So yeah, that is the one thing, but you can use whatever patterns you want, whatever pattern companies you want. The fitting is all the same. Okay, so module 1's measurements. Module 2, we get into the woven top. So we fit a woven top. I do suggest just basic patterns, only because it's just less you have to sew up for any kind of wearable muslin toile type of situation. But if you wanted a button-up shirt to be your woven top, that's fine with me. If you've got the time to make up some trial garments and that kind of thing, absolutely fine. I'm more than happy to help you fit whatever you would like. But we start with the woven top, and then once we have learned what adjustments we need to make with that pattern company with a woven top, a lot of that translates to a knit top in that company's catalog as well. So then module 3 is the knit top, and then module 4, we move on to pants. And we actually start off with a knit pant. They're just a little bit easier to fit because we're fitting around a body and, that sort of thing. Crotches, I know, can be very, very intimidating to a lot of people. They're really not that scary. Full butt, flat butt, all that kind of stuff. And it's amazing what little bitty tweaks, and by little bitty tweaks, I'm talking sometimes just a 1/4 of an inch, will make a huge difference in the way the crotch of a pair of pants fit you. So that is module 4. Module 5, we take what we learned on the knit pant and we move on to a woven pair of pants. I do use elastic waist pants in the examples, or at least elastic backed pants in the examples, just for ease of sewing. But if you wanted to do a fitted pair of pants, you're absolutely more than welcome to do that. So yeah, completely up to you. So those are, okay, so that's module 5, it's the woven pant. And then module 6 is kind of going beyond those patterns. And we go through, now that you have learned, all of these things about how to fit your body, how can you take that into, dresses and skirts? And okay, you fitted an elastic waist pair of pants. How do you now take what you've learned and fit a waisted pair, a pair of pants with a regular waistband? And we go through all of that in module 6. So, and module 6 is also kind of a nice little buffer if you're still kind of catching up a little bit. And then the community is actually open. Is it open 10 days past?
April 25th.
Yeah, the community is actually open through April 25th. So you've got some time, even after classes ended, to still, post things. I'm answering questions. Your fellow students and stuff can help answer stuff as well. So don't get too caught up on that. Oh my gosh, I have to make so many garments, within this time period. It's not as overwhelming as you might think. And go at your own pace. I mean, again, the class isn't going anywhere, so you can watch it as many times as you want at your own pace, and it will always be there for you. So anyway, is that it? Kind of, can you think of anything else that I need to say about the class?
That you can rewatch the modules after the community is over.
Oh yeah, even after the community is over, yeah, you can watch the modules, as many times as you want, well after the community's over. And those lives stay in the class as well, from the class, because I upload those into the class. So you will have access to the recorded lives as well as all the pre-recorded modules, the resource library, all of that, long after the community is over. So the only thing that you lose when the community is over are any comments and stuff that happen inside the community. So yeah, that's kind of the class in a nutshell. So I am now going to open, I know I can see that I can't read the comments while I'm talking or else I get super distracted. So should I rotate?
That makes sense. It's a real fun show over here.
Oh my gosh, if you guys could see, I mean, I'm holding my phone. I don't even have like a proper tripod. Okay, we're here to answer questions now. So
we're going to start with the top.
Okay.
Amy wanted to know, will the suggested patterns be the same as prior classes?
Yes. Yes. None of the pre-recorded modules have changed. So and they're not suggested patterns. They're just the ones that I used in the class. But I've had so many students now use so many different pattern companies. I feel very confident in helping to fit pretty much everybody because we've used about all of them now. See, this will be the 5th time we run the class?
Yes.
Yeah, the 5th time that we run the class. So yeah, you can choose whatever patterns you want.
Hannah asks, my fitted clothes make me look really strange because I have an A-cup bust and my belly is large. I just end up looking super pregnant in my clothes because they're essentially maternity clothes. How could we help Hannah? Okay, well,
again, first of all, I'm going to say all of our bodies are beautiful, no matter what. None of us are symmetrical. All of us have things that we are, and I don't even think masking or that at all. But one thing that we do talk about in class is the difference between fit and preference. So sometimes, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. I may, only because I just finished making some suits, I may get a bikini to fit me correctly, but that is not my preference. I don't like the way I look in a bikini. It's just not my preference. So there is a little bit of a difference there. However, Hannah, we absolutely can get things fitting you correctly. That whether you have a big bust, large bust, a fuller midsection, if your waist is a lot smaller than your hips, or whatever the case may be, I have not come across a single body type yet that we haven't been able to fit. So
let's talk about the resource section some more.
Okay.
So the resources is separate from the class modules.
Yes, the resource is separate from the class modules, but it's still all part of the class. And within that resource section, you've got all the different pattern alterations that are there. And they each include a video tutorial of me doing the pattern alteration, as well as a PDF that walks you through the steps. So if you learn better watching versus reading or vice versa, we've got you covered both ways. And again, we've got over 40 that are in there. I mean, for every single pattern alteration that you can imagine is over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, what else we got? Oh, wait, Hannah, what does Hannah said here?
No, that's right.
Oh, that's the other one that Hannah already said. So I don't, when I was first learning to sew, there are a lot of styles that I always wanted to wear, but I couldn't because ready to wear did not fit me properly. Case in point, a button-up shirt. I talk about this a lot. But I could never get a button-up shirt that did not make me look dumpy because in order for it to fit across my bust, it hung halfway down my shoulders and they just never looked good. And I always just thought, okay, that's just a style that I can't wear. And that's not the case. I just had to get the fit correct. And all of a sudden, for this situation, my full bust adjustment figured out how to do that. And all of a sudden I can make these shirts. And it's one of my favorite silhouettes to wear. And I love that silhouette on myself. And it was just a matter of being able to figure out fit. So it really opens doors. Figuring out fit really opens doors. And again, no one's body is too hard. Everyone's body can be fit properly into their sewing patterns. Now, no one's looks the same. Very rarely do they look the same. And you're not going to need all 40 of or however many alterations that are out there, but you'll be able to pick which ones that you actually do need. And another thing that's really helpful is that even after you've gone through one pattern company, a lot of times you will start to identify certain pattern alterations that you just always need to make because you deviate from the standard block, whatever that might be. For my, a full bust adjustment, unless a pattern comes with cup sizes, I have to do full bust adjustment. A petite adjustment, I have to shorten at the waist with every single pattern. So that's another plus of this class is just learning, you learn your body really well, honestly. And in my experience, not only has that helped me to fit patterns better on myself and make me feel better in my clothes, but it's really helped me to love my body a ton more, because this is when you realize this is the body that I have that is beautifully, wonderfully made. And it's not the clothes. It's not my body. It's the clothes, the patterns, whatever. And they're all standard sizes and no one's a standard size. So being able to figure out, okay, I've got a high waist, so I know I need to raise up the waist or whatever the case may be is actually really liberating. Really helped me to, love my body a lot more. Okay.
I'm gonna read Verna's.
Okay, yes, I'm reading Verna's now. Okay, I'm going to read it aloud for anyone. I don't know if these comments pop up after for the recording, so I'm going to go ahead and read it aloud. Verna, I could maybe be an exception in fitting. Years ago, I had surgery and then a tummy tuck. So my tummy is large, but goes in just past my navel. Big problem for me with pants. Verna, I'm sure it is a problem with ready-to-wear pants, but not for fitting. When you're starting at a pattern and needing to take things in, even if you are asymmetrical, I've had students in the class that have had to do as a different adjustment on one side of their body than on the other side of the body. That's not that uncommon. And you would never be able to find that in ready to wear because all ready to wear is symmetrical. So yeah, you're not an exception. You're not an exception to the fitting. When we might get creative, but yeah, it's still all doable.
Debbie.
Okay, Debbie, if we fall behind, can we ask questions later or only during the class time frame? Debbie, I am always around for questions. We have got a contact form on the website. There's a ton of contact buttons in the class. Yes, if you ever get stuck, that we do not want you to be stuck. So you can ask questions. In fact, I love questions. Send the questions. Okay, Nikki says, will we have access to the resources forever like the videos? Yep, you do. And any updates we make. In fact, I'm getting ready to make another update and I'm getting ready to add another video to that resource library. So anyone that's purchased the class previously also has access to those as well. My pleasure. Oh, Debbie, you're so nice. Honestly, it really is just a passion of mine, and it opens up so many windows and stuff for myself and just change the way that I think so much that if people are looking for that and wanting to experience the same thing, I want to help them as much as possible. So
why don't you talk about when people post pictures in the community and how we can all learn from that?
Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. So in the community, in the live component there inside the community, what's really helpful is when we post pictures, people will post their pictures or their videos. Videos are actually super helpful because you can just slowly turn and I can see how things are moving on you to help make adjustments and that sort of thing. But it can be very helpful to do that inside the community because someone else may be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting that drag line on my, I'm also making the whatever top and I'm getting that same drag line. So it can really help with helping other people learn as well and identify maybe things that they need to do as well.
And then when you walk through the grocery store.
Oh my gosh, I will tell you that. This is the downfall. So many people have said this. Once you have taken the class, being in public and standing in line at the grocery store, and you'll notice that really ready to wear doesn't fit anybody. You'll start to notice oh, look at that diagonal, pull line from that person's shoulder to their armpit. They need whatever it might be. It really is. You can't unsee things once you've been able to see. Okay. Verna says, I have 3 classes. Should I stop the progress in one and start the fitting one on March 3rd? Verna, if you've got our classes already, you don't have to start it's up to you. You can start and stop progress on your classes as many times as you want and go back and rewatch. And, once you make it all the way through, you could watch it all the way through again. You've got access to those over and over and over again. So, that's completely up to you. But yeah, don't feel like you have to stop progress. You could, it's up to you and what you want to take on. But yeah, you have access to those, forever and ever. April. Hi, April. April's a former student from the very first class that we did. And Jennifer, hey.
Katie has a question.
Okay. Is the community not on Facebook? No, the community is not on Facebook. The community is inside the class. So you get access to the class through my website. My website is hosted on a platform called Kajabi, and the class is all hosted in there. And so the community is all inside the class. So there is no Facebook needed whatsoever. It's similar in that the like layout of it is kind of the same, but it's only the people that are in the class that are in there, and it's all very closed with the class.
And we only talk about sewing.
Yeah, we only talk about sewing. Yeah. So we talk about fitting, we talk about sewing notions, fabric, sewing. Jenny posts a lot of different sewing tutorials in there. Oh, April. April has been, like hit the ground running. She's testing patterns. She's doing all sorts of stuff.
You should tell the story. I hope this is okay, April. Tell the story about how you were trying to figure out April and you came to you in the shower.
Yeah, that was, so yes, April's busty like myself, and short also like myself. And we were having an issue fitting, and I don't even remember now which pattern it was that we were fitting. And I just couldn't figure out why we were getting some drag lines, and it absolutely came to me in the shower. And I think I even went on like immediately, like I got into the community and was like, I just had an aha moment. But yeah, that was all with April. Does anyone else have any questions? Oh, it was the Love Notions trousers. It was the Love Notions trousers. And all of a sudden it was like I realized what it was, and then we and I did. And that was one of those instances too, when the bell went off for me on why we were having a certain issue. And when I went on, there were quite a few different people having the same issue, and it solved it for everybody. So again, nothing major, but it's all just the little
and it's fun to
tweaks.
do it together.
And it is fun to do it together, especially when you have those, which we all have, where you maybe sewn something backwards, or, you've just sewn up the third toile or whatever for that pattern and it's still not looking right. Just being there with other people that are like, okay, no, I had the same thing. This is what's happening. And just having those cheerleaders, it makes such a big difference.
And then also celebrating the successes.
Yes. Celebrating the success. That's my favorite part. Celebrating the successes and getting people that are like, oh my gosh, I actually have a pair of pants that fit me, or, whatever the case may be. Or I finally figured out why my sleeve is twisting, whatever the case might be. It's a lot of fun to celebrate the successes along with, being there for each other, because it can be so frustrating. And sewing is such a solitary craft that anytime I feel like we can do any of this together makes a huge difference. I'm all about the community.
There was even people that connected in real life.
There are, yeah, there are people that connected in real life. I want to do that. I want to connect with you guys.
I connect with you every day.
I want to connect with more of you guys in real life. Are there any other questions?
Okay. Let's talk about when the
Okay.
closes.
Okay. So the cart is open now, and it closes Friday at midnight, the 28th at midnight. And then class starts, Sharon, I'll get to you in just a second. And then class starts on March 3rd. But the minute you join, you have access to the community and to the welcome module. But module 1 and the first live that I do starts on March 3rd and goes through April 25th. So, and then again, you have access to the class forever and ever. Okay. Sharon says, I have large hips, waist, legs. My crotch never fits. Either too large or too tight. Can you fix? Oh, Sharon, we have fixed all those things. Yes, we have fixed all of those things. Let's see, Verna says, I missed how often you have these chats. So the chats here on YouTube, I don't do very often. But the lives that happen in the class all happen within that community that's inside the class, and they happen once a week. So there was, Debbie wants a link in the class. Can we put a link in the description? Yeah. Jenny, honestly, just go to TomKatStitchery.com and it pops up. But Jenny will put a link directly to the class if you want. But yeah, the Pattern Fitting 101 is a pop-up right now when you go to the homepage of TomKatStitchery.com. Oh, April. God, talk about a big cheerleader. I miss having you in class, April. Oh, Jennifer, the emojis are so darn cute. Jenny worked really hard on those. I'm glad you like those.
You want to explain why her name was green?
Yeah, Jennifer, name is green, and she gets the emojis because she is part of our membership here on YouTube. So that's what that is.
And you can join.
Yeah.
You can join anytime you want. Just
Yep,
hit the
the membership, you can join anytime you want. We're having some fun over there.
Why don't you just do a quick recap for anybody who joined late?
Okay, so quick recap. Let's see. We went over why I started Pattern Fitting 101 and what the modules look like. And it is open now. You can read all about it too on the website. So if you just want to go to TomKatStitchery.com, the pop-up that first pops up is takes you to the class, and you can like read through it. It doesn't like take you to a cart or anything. You can read through all of the FAQs. We worked really hard on making a really good sales page, so it answers a lot of questions there. But if you have questions, there's also a contact me on the website, or you can leave a comment after this is over. And yes, I think this will be on replay. I think we had technical issues, and so I'm not sure where this pops up. If it pops up as a short or pops up in the regular videos.
Pop up in a live.
Yeah, but or maybe just pop up in a live. It should be on replay.
You haven't mentioned the price.
Oh, okay. The price. It is $349, one payment of $349, or 3 monthly payments of $130. So there are 2 ways that you can pay for the class. Okay, Janice says, I'm having cataract surgery in March, both eyes. If I buy now, I can catch up later. Yes, you can catch up later. Now, you will most likely miss out on a lot of the community and the live portions. I think we're going to offer this again in the fall, Janice. I think I would maybe suggest that you wait till the fall, just so you can get a full, yes, you would have access to the class, buying it now, but to get the full use of that community aspect of it, I would maybe wait till the fall. Okay. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Thank you. The hair has gotten long. Okay, does anyone else have any questions? Okay. All right. Well, I hope to see you guys in Pattern Fitting 101. If not, oh yes, yeah, we are doing a fall class as well. That's fine, Ann. You're not late. You're fine. You missed all the drama of us trying to get the live set up, so. Oh, Kate asks, when you say the membership part, you're having lots of fun. Is there chatting and discussion through that? So the membership's happening here on YouTube, which is, it's different, but I have...
it's in its infancy.
Yeah, and it's in its infancy. So we're still figuring out everything that's happening over there. But I have been posting shorts with like, oh gosh, let's see. I did like outfits when I was on vacation and how I was pairing my me-mades. I've done projector sewing, shorts, like how I'm still an infant. I'm still a learning with the projector, but just kind of what I've learned so far kind of type thing in some shorts. I pop on there to say hi and that sort of stuff. So there's conversation happening like in the comments of those, all inside the membership. And then, yeah, we're going to be doing some posts and stuff on what else the members want to see over there in the membership. But yeah, that happens here on YouTube. So if you go to the YouTube, my channel page, you can hit join, right? Or membership or something. And it gives you the whole rundown of everything that's included in the membership. Okay, Ann asks, will old members have access to the new session? Do you mean students, previous Pattern Fitting 101 students? You have access to the class. Yeah, you have complete access to the class. You just don't have access to the community. But yeah, you have access to all of the modules and all the updated resources and stuff. And I am going to be putting up another, the resource is going to have another update here soon. It's going to have another thing added to it. Oh, Katie, that's fine. Again, I'll answer any questions. So you ask away. You ask any questions. I am happy to answer them all.
Do you want to mention about previous students and the opportunity?
Yeah, if you are a previous student, though, you do have the opportunity to pay to be back in the community. If you did want to be in the community, do that live again with us. So that email went out a while ago. But as a past member, you do still have access to all of the modules, all the classes, resource library, all that stuff as well. Okay.
You can go look at it right now.
You can.
And where do they go look at
it? You're going to go to TomKatStitchery.com to look at your class and log in from there. So it all happens on the website. Oh, Brenda, how about those of us who have broken arms and have new fitting challenges? Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm assuming that the broken arm is probably a temporary thing, giving you some fitting challenges. If you can't sew, though, maybe you want to wait till the fall when that is healed. And then, yeah. But if you have something that gives you a fitting challenge because of a past broken arm, we absolutely can fit around that. We can fit around all sorts of things. So, yes. Okay, Anne, I'm going through the blouse class right now. Oh, good. Good. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions?
Nancy just popped.
Oh, yeah, Nancy did. Hi, Nancy. Okay. If we don't have any other questions.
If you're watching this afterwards,
yeah,
email us.
Yeah. If you're watching this after the replay, send me an email. There is a contact me form on the website, TomKatStitchery.com. And Jenny or I are the only two that answer those questions. So you get right to us when you send those in. Okay. I'll see you guys. See you guys here on YouTube, and hopefully see you in the class as well. Oh, Brenda, wait, hold on. Our bodies change with age, but also with disabilities. Yes, you are correct. But you know what? We can absolutely fit through all that stuff. So, don't let that be a barrier. Okay. I'll see you guys later.